Sorry. I didn't mean to scaremog you. My fault, bro. Anyways, welcome. Today we're talking about clav. So, this motherfucker popped out of nowhere, right? For me at least. I don't know, maybe there's some people that actually like keep up with all that bullshit, like the looks maxing shit, you know. And you could maybe argue like everyone could benefit from that, but I'll get into that. He literally popped out of nowhere. I had not heard of him until like a month ago, 2 months ago, when he got frame mogged by the ASU frat leader, right? Buzzword, buzzword, buzzword. That's all he is. He's a walking buzzword. He adds maxing after anything, and it just works. You know, I'm microphone maxing right now. I'm allergy maxing. I'm water maxing. I'm loneliness maxing. Whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? So, here's the thing. I'll get into why I don't really like him. And I think he's a horrible fucking influence on people, you know, around my age. Not me specifically. If you have 3 working brain cells, you will not get like influenced by all the shit that he's saying. It comes down to a point, right? Now, I respect his grind. I have to be honest. I know he went to like, if you didn't know, by the way, he went to an all boys Catholic high school. I'm like 98% sure of that. I'm going to fact check that and put that right here. I think that alone should tell you what his trajectory is. If you're going... Okay, never mind. I'm going to stay out of that. But come on, bro. Like, that should alone be an indicator of where he was going. I saw a clip of him fucking screaming at his grandma when he lived with his grandma, which is like, no shade, cool. You know, you want to stay with your family, but like... Bro, that's such a fucking white person thing to do. Like, give me a minute, grandma. Damn, bro. Chill the fuck out. She, like, can't even... I think there's a picture of his grandma fucking holding a picture, and he's, like, fucking flexing in the camera, too. I'm like, bro, that's actually, like, the most white people shit ever. It's actually insane to me. Anyways, I digress. The whole looks maxing thing. He's about looks maxing, okay? If you've been living under a rock and you don't know who the fuck he is, if you're not tapped in, if you're overly employed, you will not know who the fuck I'm talking about. So I'm going to give you a little brief rundown. Basically, this guy got famous for something called looks maxing. Now, I want you to just like kind of take a second and like think about what that is, right? It's literally what it says. You're just min-maxing how you look. Okay, you're getting rid of as many things that make you look quote-unquote bad according to this group of, like, subhumans. And I know subhuman is a term that they use for someone that's below all the standards, like you're just subhuman, you know? But I think they're the ones who are subhuman because even though you look good, quote-unquote, right, there's, like, this whole ratio thing. It's like, okay... You know, I think it applies to an extent. Maybe every time. But, like, if that's what you're concerned about, maybe you have other deeper-rooted issues that you need to be working on, you know? Things that are arguably more important than how you look. Because even though, you know, all this shit's working out, all the money, whatever, he has a lot of, you know, attention from women, whatever he wants to do. Partying, drugs... It's going to crumble eventually, you know? Eventually, you're going to leave that point of your life, and you're going to be like, whoa, like, I just wasted all this fucking time being a subhuman troglodyte monster bastard bitch. I just spammed words. But, like, word maxing, right? How do you go about that? What's the next step when you spend all those years worrying about something when inevitably all of us are going to wrinkle up when we're old, right? And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, it's not the mindset where like, oh, I'm gonna die, so I'm just not gonna worry about my health. You know, that's different. Looks maxing is something that I think is like anyone can do, right? Literally, all you have to do, I'm gonna give it to you right here. Boom shabam, no fucking courses. No, not, you literally just spent a couple minutes on my video and I gave you the looks maxing thing. Eat healthy, exercise, sleep good, drink water, brush your teeth. I don't fucking know. Like, are we serious right now? Go through puberty? That's like all of us ever. And there's only so much you can do, like the bone smashing, the injecting peptides, the steroids. Like there's only so much you can do. Like you're going to max out on whatever you're at eventually, and you're just going to be like, okay, I want more. You're never going to get where you truly want to be if you're so indulged in all this fucking, especially the pharmaceutical side of it. I don't know enough to talk about that. That's, if you want to research that, go ahead and do that. But from what I've seen, it's like these things are literally minimal difference. Like you're not going to get any fucking, it's not going to change the trajectory of your life if you have a little bit more defined cheekbones. Are we fucking kidding right now? Like, you always see that stereotype of, like, the most chopped dude getting with the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your entire life, right? Or man, whatever you're into. But, I'm kidding. Anyways, these, like... And mind you, I want you to go and check out a fucking clip of this dude, right? When he's going up and talking to girls. He will go and he'll, like, talk to someone who doesn't know who he is. And they're just like, what the fuck? Like, who are you? Like, no, I don't want to sleep with you. Like, that's so... That should just speak for itself, right? The whole, like, getting women thing, like, they... If he didn't have all that money... Come on, bro. And you're probably like, oh, Alex, you're LARPing, you're just a hater, you're jealous, whatever. Yeah, I am a little jealous that he's making that much fucking money literally doing nothing. I am a little jealous of that. Everything else, though... You can just kind of go down the list and be like, okay, if you're really worried about your recessed maxilla and your upper orbitals, like, you're probably just insecure. That's what that is, okay? I think he should use all that money and go find a therapist, okay? Respectfully. How much influence he has over people who are genuinely insecure and who will genuinely believe this shit and buy his course when it's literally things you can do on your own with a little bit of discipline, right? But no, you want to go and get fucking HGH or whatever, I don't even know what it is, and risk your fucking health because you're not extensively researched, right? Like fat dissolvers and, you know, just all the needles in general. Like, what the fuck is the purpose of that? Are you so serious right now? Like, if you dedicate a little bit of your time to actually taking care of yourself, you will ascend, quote unquote, right? And then there's ranks like Terra Chad. I'm going to try and find the fuck, I don't really care, but I'm going to try and find the chart here. There's like Terra Chad, and then it goes all the way down to like subhuman, right? Okay, this is me popping in real quick because I have to share what the fuck I just found. Let me see. I'm gonna switch to the other one. Okay, check. Okay, it's working. I need you guys to see this bullshit. So I'm on the looks maxing forum. I guess it's like PSL levels or some shit. So these are the tiers, okay? Because I couldn't just leave you a chart and hope that you were gonna look at it. This shit genuinely is fucking crazy. So it looks like 0 PSL, severe deformities, subhuman. Like, there's no way this has to be satire thing. Rarity less than 0.01% of the population. Characteristics: people with severe deformities, major disfigurements in body and face, usually due to severe injury, severe burns, or congenital deformities. Genetic disorders, facial misalignment, I guess. So now we have 1 PSL. Now we're getting into the pictures, right? Extremely low attractiveness. Rarity, 0.5% of the population. People with high disproportionate facial features, major lack of facial harmony that makes them unattractive. For example, extremely long faces, over-prominent noses, sharp teeth, and severe facial symmetry. So I guess this guy is a 1 PSL. True cell, very low attractiveness. This one had me a little shocked. Generally unattractive faces, few significant flaws, flat faces, large noses, high body fat. People in this range are considered unattractive, but not to the extent of having severe disformities. They often struggle with social or romantic life. So these guys aren't even that, like, especially this dude. Like, he's not even that bad looking. So I'm genuinely like, okay, am I a 1 PSL, bro? I'm trolling, but like, come on. Who is ranking these people, bro? Below... Bro, we got Jimmy Donaldson on here. 30% of the population, people with standard below average faces. These people generally have few noticeable flaws in facial symmetry, such as misaligned features, asymmetrical faces, or high body fat. Okay, I mean, these guys are like, Jimmy isn't even ugly. I don't know what the fuck. Below average, okay? Low tier normie are, okay. This language needs to stop. Average, we got Jungkook on here, Bryce Hall, average looking, no prominent features, visually average, lack strong facial flaws or extreme positive traits. Nothing stands out about the appearance. Generally balanced, but not ideal. We have above average, 5 PSL, high tier normie / Chad light. Now, mind you, there's more tiers, right? We have Taylor Lautner and Kendall Jenner in here. Arguably two of the most good-looking people on the planet, in my opinion. Are we serious? I think she's pretty. He's very good-looking. Even Neymar is like good-looking. These individuals are considered universally attractive in their environments, typically with well-balanced facial features. Their appearance is notably attractive, but not extraordinary. Really, man? If we're... come on, bro. Gain lots of attention, but still won't be considered perfect. Okay. See, I think a lot of people that are going through the looks maxing thing are like, I need to get to perfect, right? And you might be like, it's impossible. But I guess there's examples of perfect, right? So now we have 6 PSL, Chad / Stacy. So I knew Chad was a name for someone, but like I didn't know Stacy was the female counterpart. Okay. 0.1% of the population. We got fucking Chris Hemsworth in here, bro. Ultra mager. People in this range are classically attractive with well-defined features, great symmetry and proportions. Individuals are typically highly successful in their social and professional lives due to their looks, being seen as almost universally attractive in their environments. Okay, and we have a couple examples here. All right. And I'm going to share a cold take, right? I think the more you get up this list, the less attractive the people look. Okay, if someone's face is like perfect, I just genuinely see that as like funky, you know? When someone looks, I don't even want to use the word good. When someone looks just very like everything is perfect, for me, like, it's not something that's, like, I would prefer. I feel like a lot of people are that way. I don't know. Call me crazy. PSL God tier, 7 PSL. Supermodels and elite actors, 0.001% of the population. These people are extremely attractive, often seen as supermodels or celebrities. They are the top, blah, 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 in terms of beauty and have features that make them stand out in any environment. Perfection in every feature, often regarded as having near perfect facial structure. So I don't know any of these people. They're good looking, you know, but like, are people? Is this like the blueprint? Like, all girls have to try and look like this, all guys have to look like this. Like, I don't know, you know. Now we have perfection. This is theoretical, right? Which I don't know how it's theoretical if they literally have examples of humans that are this way. Then it'd just be like extremely uncommon. So this is like contradictory, isn't it? Rarity, none in reality, but then you have 3 examples. Considered an idealized version of beauty. Perfectly symmetrical, idealized concept of perfection. So I guess it's, oh shit, what the fuck just happened? I guess it's like, I guess all this is subjective according to them. PSL would be so perfect they would look unreal like human art. This level is theoretically the epitome of human beauty, but is unattainable. So we have Brooke Shields, beautiful. John Eric Hexum, considered one of the most handsome men of his era. Yeah, bro, he's Loki. He's a tier 1 mogger. Another example of someone who could present a PSL due to almost flawless facial symmetry. Hernan Drago. Again, call me crazy. does this look like extremely like attractive to? I don't know, bro. Anyways, yeah, that was kind of my tidbit on that. So I'm gonna go back to the video. These words, literally, when I first heard them, I'm not even trolling. I fucking pissed myself laughing. I'm like, are people genuinely using these terms to address people? Like, think about that. I have a video on my TikTok, bro. I just made last night. I was watching his interview with Channel 5, right? The YouTube channel, Channel 5. I forgot the dude's name. He does fucking interviews, whatever. But, I watched the interview. This dude, man, he's literally just putting maxing after every word he's ever said, right? Or like he's a walking TikTok comment. There's this one part where he's like, they're talking about Clav's talking about how the interviewer works for Channel 5, and he's like, the guy's like, it's a YouTube channel, like it's not an organization, Channel 5, and he was like, holy semantics, like, are you so serious right now? I don't know, bruh. And then I know he says he's not politically affiliated, and I think he's doing a pretty good job of that. But like, it probably don't surround yourself with people saying HH. I don't want to say it because if someone gets mad at me, they could clip that out of context, and then there goes my fucking life, right? But yeah, so I don't know, man. It's just it's also sad, right? Because you see someone like, if you look really deep into it and you go past all the humorous shit that's genuinely happening, making fun of him, whatever, clowning on him, you're going to get to a point where like, this is actually like genuinely sad. Like, he has moments on stream, and I've never watched his streams or anything. I know, unfortunately, I'm missing out. But you'll see moments and clips where he's like genuinely depressed, like looks so fucking sad. I think I literally just watched a clip of him being like, it's crazy, like, you ask, like, God forbid I ask one of these girls to hang out off stream, you know? Like, I can't. I don't know, bro. It's so sad, man. He's clearly so fucking insecure. The reason that interview ended, the one I was just talking about with Channel 5, right? He was quote unquote saying how the interviewer was like, I don't know, jester maxing or something. And how he was like, okay, so when you get up in the morning, you're fine with everything that you see. There's nothing you want to change. And the interviewer was like, yeah, for the more or less. And he was like, yeah, if you're just going to be disingenuous, like, we're going to, like, I don't see the point in continuing. Seriously, dude? Like, think about that. Is that not the most insecure thing you can do? Like, end an interview because someone doesn't think that, because you think someone's unattractive, and then you see that they're genuinely happy with how they look, and you're like, how could you, like, you get jealous almost. Like, how could you feel that way? Oh, I'm not even speaking my mic. How could you feel that way? Like, I think you're so ugly. No, I'm fine with it. Like, I think I look good, whatever. Seeing that, like, self-security and honesty and truthfulness and lack of insecurity in someone, when you have all those negative traits, you're going to get mad. And that's clearly what happened in that situation. He needs help, bro. Someone needs to fucking help him. I think he's addicted to meth or something. Man, bro. And he just got like some fucking, he was like shooting an alligator or some shit. I don't know, bro. He's like committing crimes back and forth. Kind of all his, I wanted to speak about this too. It seems like his relationship with women, right, in general, is so transactional, right? Literally in this interview, I'm going to link it. At this point, I'm going to fucking link it down below, bro. I'm going to link it in the description, so you're going to go and find it and watch it. Okay, spend the hour and watch it, because I genuinely think this is a PSA, a public service announcement, to watch where you're going with your life and to get secure if you're insecure, right? This motherfucker is talking about women, right? And the interviewer is like, what, you don't like just enjoy, the presence of a woman, blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't want to just like have kids or anything. And he's like, what's the ROI? How are you going to ask what the return on investment is on a fucking human? That's subhuman if you ask me. If you're asking me, that's literally a subhuman activity to say people are transactional. To be like, treat people like an investment. Okay, you're making like $50K a day. That's great. You know, God bless you. Awesome. It worked out. But I think that makes you realize money is not everything. You kind of just have to put a pause and be like, okay, he clearly has something fucking going on. I should not be listening to this person. Go and take care of yourself. Don't treat your partner or people that you are with transactionally. It's not going to benefit you as a human. You're going to be sad eventually because everyone's eventually going to be old, wrinkled up, and dry, and people are going to want to settle down. Unless you're a swinger or something, and even those people are relatively secure with themselves. You have to be to do something like that, you know? Happily at least. So, or willingly. So yeah, I mean, it's going to fall apart. If it doesn't, then I guess this video didn't age well. But I really hope this motherfucker gets some help. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Moment of silence. Moment of silence for Clav. Yeah, so shitty dude for the most part. I think needs some help. Yeah, peace out.